Worried about sending your data to the cloud? I'll show you how to self-host. Your data stays yours, always. You can run agents locally and we can complete it in under 10 minutes. Learning this stuff alone is tough. That's why I created a private community where you can get answers, share your wins, and connect with people on the same journey. Join us. The link is in the description. I'll see you inside. We will go ahead and set up self-hosting. So to sum this up, imagine you're trying to move, say, your entire house. And instead of packaging individual items and hoping that they don't break, what if you could just put your entire house into a standardized shipping container? This is basically what Docker does as a software. It's a platform that lets you put your applications and all their dependencies, like your libraries, your configurations, your frameworks, and put them into a single container, basically. So we call the unit that we put it in a container. This is revolutionary in a few ways because this allows your applications to work on different machines. So you'll not have the issue of, oh, well, it worked really well on my computer and now I'm moving it to a colleague's, it doesn't work, or if you're trying to move it to a different server. And another big perk is it's very fast and efficient. So the containers are very easy to start up, they're lightweight. You don't need an entire operations team to manage them, and you can count on them to just work. Deployment is very smooth in these containers because you can build your applications in these containers and then hand them off to, say, your operations or yourself, and easily be able to deploy them. And some of the other perks here, obviously, of course, you have control over your data, right? So your sensitive information, your API keys, your business logic, they all stay on your servers. So you don't have to send things to the cloud. You don't have to worry about third parties. Your data never leaves you. So that gives a lot of people peace of mind. And it's a great way to be sure that the information that maybe you have stays local and you don't have to worry about, am I going to lose it, or is there going to be a hack in a third-party company? It gives you some peace of mind. Docker also gives you a lot of customization in terms of it connects to N8N, so you can build out agents and run them locally. It can connect to your legacy data providers. The container model just really lets you take full control of your data because it keeps it locally, but then also allows you to plug and play with different applications. So you can build a lot of cool things with it. You can keep your data local, and I'll walk you through how to set. So here on Docker, we can go ahead and download the desktop. If you are using, just be mindful if you're using a Mac and you're using the newer chips versus the Intel. And if you're on Windows, click the appropriate download. So we can go ahead and download this from here. This is what it'll look like after you download the application. So just drag it into your applications. After you set up the application, you'll open it up on your desktop and just accept the terms and conditions and input your information here. So this is the app after you open it up. And one of the things you want to do is just go to your Finder if you're using a Mac and just create a folder. You can just call it N8N or data for N8N, whatever you'd like, but just create a folder in your Finder app for N8N. In here on the desktop app, we want to go to images, and in here we will search for images to run. And up here we'll go N8N IO/N8N. Whoops. Here we are. And we will just go ahead here and click pull. For the N8N.io/N8N, you want to make sure that you are selecting the right one. You have a bunch of different options here. Make sure you select the correct option. You see you have a lot of reviews, a lot of stars, and we want to go ahead and click pull, and this will bring in all the information to our self-storage. We can see that it is now in our images, and what we can do here is we can go ahead and run this, but we want to set up some optional settings. So you want to come in here to optional settings, container name, put a container name. I'm going to do N8N test. For the host port, you want to do 5678. So 5678. Quick pause. If this video is remotely helpful, hit the subscribe button and we'll level up together. 5678 will map this to your local core so you can access it from your laptop. For the volumes host path, you'll just select the file that you created for N8N. So I just created a file on my desktop for N8N test. This is a place, so if anything ever happened to your container, your data will be here. So you truly have control of your data. For container path, you want to put /home/node/.n8n. And for environmental variables, this is if you wanted to add some type of authentication. It's optional. You can put something here. I'm going to go ahead and leave it blank. And then we can come here and click run. And here we are. If we see the container, we see all this information, and we see editor is now accessible via localhost 1578. So now we can go ahead and go to this site. We want to copy this, and this means that the port 5678, you'll have access to N8N on your local machine. So this will be separate to the N8N that you have using the cloud account. So by going to this site, we will have to input another login credential and go ahead and sign up as if we did for the first time for the cloud account. And now we are on the localhost 5678 link. It's asking us to sign up for N8N again. This is again different than the N8N cloud. So we'll just go ahead and sign up as if we were signing up for the cloud account. Put your information in and we can go ahead and click next. We can go ahead and just answer the questions like we were if we were signing up for the cloud account. So whatever it is, myself. All right, get started. Skip. And here we are. So now we are here as if we signed up for the very first time for the N8N cloud account. So if we can come in here, we can just go to create a workflow immediately. What is powerful about this is that now we have this on our local machine, and we can also use other tools such as Ollama that will allow us to download these large language models onto our machine. So there are the open source, Meta has some, you have other providers that have open source models that we can actually go ahead, download to our machine and run locally. So we have now set up N8N on our machine. We can go ahead and download these LLMs to our machine as well. And now we can create agents that are local to our machine. So you can imagine you're never having to go to a cloud provider. You're not having to go to these actual agent providers either because they're downloaded onto your machine. It really gives you full control over the tools that you're building, the data that you're running through them. So you can be in the driver's seat, and it really gives you some peace of mind in terms of where's my data going, whose servers are kind of controlling all of my data, and it allows you to do what you want with your data because it is yours. I hope you found the tutorial useful, and I'll see you in the next one.